So anyway, this is a Kalypso Sadira specialist. Hey, shut the fuck up, bro. We're talking about Sadira now. Anyway, Sadira is pretty much one of the characters that's considered weak in the game,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of people have a hard time dealing with her because of her strange like fighting style.
Let's go to the spider layer.
Oh shit, my bad. I'll go next.
It's cool. It's cool. We'll switch.
Swift talking about the past. I'm talking about the present. If Swift, if not ready to play me, not challenge me.
Yeah. Not challenge me. The classic.
So anyway, let's talk about her movement, will ya?
Yeah. So Sadira's movement's really good. Surprising. You don't really see it too often because she's in the air all the time and she dominates like the air. Her grounded movement is pretty good. Her forward dashes are really good, cover a shit ton of range.
Jesus.
Her back dash is really good as well. Here, wait, let's go to the corner. Her buttons are really far.
We'll get to the buttons after the fact. What about her walk
Okay.
speed?
So yeah, her buttons, not buttons. Her walk speed's really good.
Actually, hella good.
It seems like it's the same speed forward and back. She has double jumps. You can delay the double jump pretty low to the ground. That's for like mix-ups and stuff. Yeah. Gonna want to use the backdash a lot. Not forget that backdashes have invincibility in this game, and Sadira's backdash leaves her pretty far back, so you're getting out of some buttons. Probably not some forward advancing moves like Jago's forward heavy kick. Do a sweep and then Jago's forward heavy kick.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not gonna catch that, but do then do a sweep and then do a normal.
Sweep normal. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so Sadira can get out.
Nice. Well, okay. I'm just making sure.
Yeah. So then you just kind of have to lab what works and what doesn't work, because some normals can catch Sadira's backdashes. If I remember correctly, Shago's back heavy kick and like Orchid's, like I think low forward catch Sadira's backdash, and some of like Arbiter's normals as well, because the sword is so long. Yeah, that's her movement. Her jump arcs. Her jump
She gets
arcs.
it twice.
Pretty good. She can change it. Double jumping is good for baiting anti-airs and DPs. Just like anti-air normals and DPs. Yeah. You can bait cross-ups on each side and stuff like that. Moving on to normals. Let's go in the corner so we can test the normals. Yeah, her dash is like really, really good.
Jesus.
Use that a lot. Yeah. So her jabs are really far. Wait, stay in the corner. Her jabs are really far.
I can't hit her. Oh, she can hit me for sure.
I think her punches are a lot farther than her kicks. Yeah. So you're gonna want to do jabs if you're in a situation where you're in the corner and you're trying to counter poke somebody to get out. You're not gonna want to use the kick. The jab is going to be your fastest button that reaches a really good range that your opponents aren't going to be able to poke you out of. Another good button is her standing medium kick. It's really good. It's really stupid far. Has a lot of range. You can oh shit.
Yeah, I forgot about the timer.
Yeah,
Anyway, Iceman, look. Shut up, bitch. You play this game every day, acting like you don't play. I'm not active. I want to play a set every fucking day. Alright, anyway. Weirdo. He said he wasn't mad, he's chilling. Look how mad he got. Oh, yesterday. True. My bad. Actually, he played yesterday. Alright, let's go ahead and pick your stage, your song.
Better color.
I want to count not active as like someone like sleep. That's not active.
Oh, you passed it.
Oh, okay. I forgot. I don't even pick it, so I don't really know what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
like it though. It's I don't know. I just don't pick it. I don't know why. It's a great stage.
yeah. Don't see it too often. All right. Just gonna go to the corner. All right. So just block.
Jesus,
You
that's
have the
good
medium kick,
range.
which is this is extremely far. You can use it for like with punishing. Go on, just press the just press your medium kick.
Ow.
Yeah, so you're definitely going to be able to stay out of ranges and punish with that. Her heavy kick is also really good. Just stay in the corner and block.
Moves her forward a little bit.
Yeah, moves her forward, and well, you can walk forward or walk. You can walk forward and like micro walk and do it. That's what I do a lot. Whenever I'm like in the situation where I'm like out of your range, and then I micro walk in and press it. Because if I walk
It's like a
forward,
little. Yeah, I can see the little
yeah.
teleportation almost.
Because if I walk forward, I'll do Fang, and Fang is really negative.
Oh, so you gotta be very
Um,
careful with that then.
yeah. Um, her medium punch is really good. Her medium punch is it's +2, if I remember correctly. But I don't think she can frame trap into the low. I think you have to frame trap your jabs into the medium punch.
Mm.
To keep people from like jumping or pressing buttons. Sadira's pressure is pretty good in the corner, and keeping people from jumping and getting them scared to jump, and getting them more focused on if you're going to hit them high or low is really good. You also have her close heavy punch and a close heavy kick. Those buttons are alright, but I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, they're both really negative. Yeah. But I think this is 0. After this hits, hold up.
Oh.
I mean, not, yeah, block. Yeah, it's 0. We both jumped at the same time. This, jump after this. Yeah, so I'm negative. Yeah, I'm negative after that. That test, if you guys didn't know, if you want to see your advantage on a button, you have your opponent block, and then you both jump at the same time, and whoever jumps first is an advantage. You both jump at the same time, you're neutral. So, got her kicks. Her buttons are really good. Her low kick is really good.
Jesus.
You can chain it.
Doesn't that low profile like crazy though?
Yeah, it's really low profile. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Low profile, also low profile. Some normals. Do Jago's forward heavy kick.
Yeah, it's definitely not getting hit.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, Wayne? What's up, Brando? Jesus. Yeah. Can I go over wind kick? I wonder.
No, it hits wind kick. Go for it.
Yeah, wind kick. Yeah. Okay.
Oh. I'm out again.
So far I see like her jab's good. Her medium button kind of is good for a frame step after jab, and it pushes.
Yeah.
It kind of closes the gap, which is good. Micro step,
Yeah,
heavy kick.
So if you're gonna want to frame trap people and on the ground and kind of scare them, if you're forced to play the ground game, I'm pretty sure you should space them out with the heavy kick and use the range of that long jab into your medium punch for the frame trap to keep them from jumping if you're close.
What about her light kick? What's wrong with that?
Her light kick isn't as far as her light punch, so you'd rather it'd be better for you to use the light punch. One thing about light kick is you can jump cancel off of it, so if it does hit, you can go into like air.
Even on block or no?
Oh no, not on block. Only on hit. So it's better for you, and the fact that you can't chain the light kick, you can chain the light punch. It's way better to use the light punch and save the light kick for whenever you're in a combo and you want to manual into jump cancels and stuff like that.
Doesn't it flip out?
It does flip out as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you get caught by that, yeah.
You also have Fang Jump, which is a launcher and a really good anti-air. What else am I forgetting? You have her target combo, which is medium punch and heavy kick, which also launches. Her sweep is really good, goes pretty far.
That is good.
Yep.
Definitely. Yeah.
Really good range. So yeah, Sadira has pretty good range on the ground. Yeah, that's pretty good. Thing is, what her normals lead into aren't the best in my opinion. So we'll move on to well, on the ground, her normals don't lead into much. So block. So this is Blade Demon. This is one of her grounded special moves. She has Blade Demon, Light Blade Demon, medium, and then heavy goes the furthest. The farther they go, the more negative they are. I think the light one is -4, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. So I'm safe. I'm not going to get punished, but I'm going to be left in your face. So it's best to block. A good thing to remember is that you can backdash, and backdashes give you invincibility. So if you frame trap someone into that, you can backdash and be in this range.
Pretty far away.
Yeah, extremely far away. So yeah, so if say do your forward heavy kick after this. Oh, okay.
Got him.
Catch me.
Ow.
And that traded, but I probably
I knew that was coming though, so I was gonna spam. No one really spam a 20 frame heavy punch after a fucking -4 move. You know what I mean? They're gonna go for like a jab or like a medium.
Yeah, unless they know I'm going to do it, then they're gonna catch me. But other than that, you're in a pretty good spot. Wait, let me try this. Let me try the heavy one.
That's probably worse.
Yeah, definitely worse. So the light one is definitely the best option. But in order to stuff it, remember the light kick is low profile, so do that again.
Oh yeah.
The heavy kick. So you have a mind game there.
If you think that they're gonna, yeah.
Yeah. So you can do that.
That's interesting.
Right, and if you see that they're gonna jab, then you can backdash, because if they decided to jab, it would stuff out the the normal after, because I'm negative.
Gotcha.
Okay. I don't really use flip kick on block at all, because they're really negative. Flip kick I use for after I get you in the air and I like want to change sides. But yeah.
Show me.
Just like if I wanted to change sides, that's how I use flip kick. Just in juggles. Yeah. So let's move on to her air stuff.
Hold on now. Wait, is that all her special moves? Doesn't she have other moves?
Yeah. I was just showing the daggers and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we covered this. We covered these. This is the heavy one is upper body invulnerable, and the medium one I don't really have too much of a purpose for the medium one. Only if I want to like cancel into a shadow cash out and kind of mix it up.
They don't lock out.
Yeah. Yeah, so they'll lock out. You can also, I think you, here, let me gain some meter. Jumping?
Okay.
No, not like that. Probably just
I get
for like a cash out. But yeah. All right. Let's move on to the air special moves. So she has the kunai. We have the light one, which
Kind of holds her momentum.
Down.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of holds her momentum. So if you do one jump and go straight down, if you're going down, it'll carry their momentum. If you do it when you're going straight up, you tiger knee it, it'll carry that momentum as well. A good way to use the light dagger is to stuff out jump-ins. Anti-airs. Try to DP me.
Okay. Wouldn't that go through though? Hold on.
Not if I double jump.
Okay. Oh shit, my bad. Oh shit, yeah, it really will hit me. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You can kind of close the gap and then make it safe. Your approach safe, pretty much, with that light dagger.
Yeah. Thing is, if it gets blocked, it's negative, so you're gonna have to hold whatever your opponent has in store for you afterwards.
You can't follow.
You can always backdash after it to be safe. Just try to do a normal after it.
Okay.
Here. Yeah, so you'll be out of range to be hit, but you have to watch out for forward advancing special moves and normals.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's when you can do the light kick as a. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What's up, McGory? Thanks for the follow. It's not bad. Alright then. Does she have another air special or is that it? Oh, we need to talk about the other daggers too.
We have to talk about the different strengths, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what this one's used for. It's used for stuffing out anti-airs. If you hit them in a juggle, it pops them in the air while you carry the downwards momentum, so you can hit the ground before they do. And yeah, that's mainly what the light one is used for. I don't think I'm forgetting anything else. It's good to carry to like cover your jump backs against like enemies who want to dash up and try to DP. So you can cover the space. Yeah. You can do that. Oops, sorry. You can do that in backdash. Yeah. So this is for like covering your ass, basically. That's what the light one's for in neutral. Now let's move on to the medium one. Go back in the corner. Okay. So the medium kunai always propels you forward after it hits or after you throw it out.
No matter what.
It has a gap. Sadira can do any normal after it, any air normal.
Interesting.
Oh my god, I forgot to... Okay. Real quick. I forgot to mention the two special moves that she has in... the two special moments she has in the air. She has Widow's Drop, which hits on both sides. It can cross up. Drops her down to the ground. Jump. And it also ground bounces for combos. Right. She also has Salticide, which doesn't do a lot of damage, but she can control herself in the air. So you can do Salticide. Go in the middle. So it's really good.
That's fucking
It's
cheap.
really good for mixing up opponents and messing up motions. So to get people to like mess up DP motions. So you'll see me do this a bunch and like keep switching sides. And what you'll get is a lot of people just spamming jab because they're trying to DP punish me.
Yeah, it's like really hard to. I have to get like lucky, pretty much.
Yeah. Or you just have to guess right, basically. But she's pretty slow in the air. a good thing to do whenever you block this is just to dash away, because whenever she does it again, she has a bunch of recovery. So whenever you get hit by it, just dash out. Yep. Then punish her that way. A lot of people, like I said, try to focus on how they can hit her out of the air like anti-air with like DP, but it's a lot. It's just as
Better
simple
just
as getting
avoid
out
it.
of the way. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. All right, moving on. Now we're gonna cover her
Heavy.
her heavy. Wait, let's finish covering this one real quick. So in the medium dagger, it gives her like a jump forward, kind of an extra jump.
Whoa. That's fucked up.
Yeah, she basically has 3 jumps. Gives her another jump, but the last one is always forward. She can do Widow's Drop to stop her from getting DP'd, because after the opponent blocks block kunai, after your opponent blocks kunai, there's a big gap where opponents can get DP'd. The only way to avoid getting hit is to jump back, like you saw, and
That's
do
cheap.
the kunai.
That's so hard to tell when it's gonna hit, too, because like
Yeah.
you could kind of hit it low. Does it hit as an overhead in the air or no?
No.
Okay, but the follow up is definitely a. Yeah.
All of Sadira's projectiles are mids, but all the follow-ups afterwards are going to be highs. For the anything in the air is going to be a high. But then Sadira can mix it up and go low.
Oh, empty jump. Oh, that's cheap.
Yep. She can also go into grab. And then if you think I'm going to go for a grab again, something with this game is that if you hold up, you can't grab your opponent, no matter what. No matter how you time it, as long as I'm holding up, you're gonna have that whiff animation for the grab. So what I'll do, I'll have my opponent block that. Think I'm gonna go for a grab and then hold up, and then they'll whiff the grab and get punished. Then I'll flip them out, do the same thing again.
Get thrown.
Yeah.
Not kidding.
Yeah, I mean the throw will cover the option of if I decide to empty jump grab or empty jump low. So throw is a good option, but if I decide to hold up or go for a double jump in the air, then you're gonna be in trouble. You definitely have options, but I have more answers for your options because of my air mobility. Because I can wait, go back in the corner. I can do this. I can use Salt Aside. I can use Web Cling, go back in.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And if I think you're gonna DP for me, like going back in,
yeah.
I can do Web Drop and then dash in, punish you, and then keep the mind games going. Go for another grab. That. Do the double jump. Do the low. Do the Salt Aside. Like, she has a bunch of options.
Tons of mix-ups.
To just stay in the air for as long as possible to mix you up. Yeah, so gonna want to combine Sadira's medium dagger with a bunch of her normals and see what you can come up with. Try to stay in the air for as long as possible. That's a really big way. It's a huge way of how I got as good as I did with Sadira. I was like, okay, how the hell can I stay in the air for as long as possible? And if you guys look back, you'll see that the way it started was I would jump in, I would do this, I would hit you again, and then I would do Web Cling, and then I would go on the other side, right? Or I'd do that, and then I would be in your face, and I would do Web Cling, and then I would come back in. And then it evolved from there. Evolved into me doing this, into Web Cling, cross up, into low. Just figuring out how Sadira can move and just keep going it. Whenever you figure out how to move with Sadira, you get into this flow state of, okay, this is what I can do. Where do I want to go here? You just have to learn how to move with her, and then you can fit the pieces together and then really get creative. All right, let's move on to the heavy dagger. Heavy dagger reels her in for full combo. It's an opener. If you get hit with it in the air, it's a heavy, but it is also a hard knockdown. So you can go for a mix-up afterwards, which is really good. Remember, did what is it? Did Heavy Whip Cling like cash out at one point? I feel like that was a thing.
Oh no. Can't
Huh.
remember.
I'll have to look at it again. But I feel like at one point, like either shadow daggers in the air or just the heavy one in the air used to cash out. Maybe I'm crazy. Anyway, but yeah, that's basically how dagger works. It's very unsafe, but it has very little recovery. So whenever you land, you can go into something.
Oh, it goes the other way though, huh? When you throw the
Yeah.
dagger.
In 1 second.
Interesting. That's interesting. I didn't know this about Sadira, pretty much. I didn't know like any of her momentum type stuff.
Say it again?
I said I didn't know any of her momentum like things.
Oh yeah.
That's interesting.
So the light one falls down. The medium one propels her forward. The heavy one propels her backwards. Now let's move on to Web Cling. Web Cling she stays in the same place for a few seconds, and then she hits the wall and bounces off of the wall. She has different strengths: the light one, the medium one,
Whoa.
and the heavy one, which launches her pretty far. You can also do them on the other side, so like cross ups.
Damn. Can you get hit out of that animation?
Yeah, you can get hit out of it, but
This is hard.
it's going to be hard to react to, because if I do something like this, I can either go on the back or stay in the front. Cross up, stay in the front. So it just depends on what strength I do and how much space in between your back and the wall behind you.
I see.
Yeah. Web Cling is really good after Salticide, because you can kind of gauge where your enemy is on the ground and set those mix-ups up. So like you do something like that, do the medium, jump in, and then when you're on that side, you can either stay on this side and do the Web Cling, or you can go on the other side and do the Web Cling. Yeah. Oops. Right.
That's fucked up.
I'm trying to...
Can't you do like web cling then an air dagger and
cross
then like
up, stay in front, cross up. So yeah, it's very cheap.
I'd say.
I say. And then mixing it up with, the different strengths with kunai afterwards. So you can do stuff like that. Oh wait. You can jump in, kunai, dash in, do the kick, and then you can do an instant a tiger knee kunai to keep your opponent on the ground. The only thing they can do after that is a DP. Something invincible, or probably a projectile invincible move, because this is a projectile that's keeping them in the same spot. So after a jump in, do a shadow wind kick.
All right. Oh shit.
Let me see. Maybe it's 2+. It is, okay. So what you have to do is...
A second. Okay, I could get it.
Okay.
Gotta
Here,
block
this is
it.
one.
Yeah. Jesus. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm
So
trying.
the jump kick is way too plus. So you're
Trying to
stuck
match
there.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're stuck. But basically, what you have to do is you have to wait until you have to wait and see what Sadira does after the dagger, because whatever happens after the dagger is going to involve Sadira's body, which means you can hit her. She's not throwing any projectiles or anything after that. She has to do a normal after the dagger, no matter what. She can't do dagger into web cling. She has to do dagger into normal.
But can't she just
So
like empty it?
yeah,
Go for like a low or throw.
she can go for a low, but like after the dagger, she can't do anything else really.
She's pretty much
It's
stuck there.
just yeah, she can do whatever normal she has. Into Widow's Drop, Salt aside. Yeah.
Interesting. That's all her specials, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think we just need to move on to like the shadow moves.
All right.
She also has target combos in the air.
Yeah.
They're
Like
both
what
light
about our
medium.
air buttons and stuff? Yeah.
So light medium punch is this, and then light medium. You can also do light medium kick. You can also do flip out into medium, but it doesn't really seem like there's any point because you can't really do anything after it.
Oh, they added that. I guess they forgot to remove it ever since they added a flip out.
Wait a second. I don't know what this is about. You drop really quickly after this.
After the initial, right? The target.
Yeah. Yeah, after like light kick medium punch, but I don't see why you would use it. I don't know.
Maybe surprise him with the
Jesus
low or
Christ.
something.
Yeah. I guess. Maybe. Let me see. Maybe. Because I drop.
Prior,
maybe,
if you do it, yeah, I see what you're saying. Anyway, what's the other target?
But there's no point because you can go into dagger.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you have those. You also have her shadow moves. Shadow Blade Demon. It's 5 times. Invincible. Extremely fast. Another thing I forgot to mention was that Blade Demon is crushes lows. Doesn't get hit by any lows, even on wake up. So if you see that somebody's going to try to hit you with a low on wake up, just crush it. You can do it on wake up. Completely low invincible.
And the shadow one goes through fireballs and lows.
Yes.
Oh, you can't. You gotta block. All right.
All right. Go for it.
Okay.
Yep, goes through fireballs. It also, the last hit of it,
Launches, right?
the last hit of it bounces the opponent up for a juggle.
Block.
Oh, trying to gain instinct.
What about instinct later? We're not even there yet.
All right. You also have Shadow Web Cling, which is only a grounded shadow move. It makes Sadira invincible until she hits the wall, and then whenever she hits the wall, like any other Web Cling, she can do her air options afterwards. She can do the Shadow one, do a projectile, and then do the salt aside to get out. But I think the shadow one. Oh, give me meter. I think if you use the shadow one on the ground once and you don't hit the ground again, you won't be able to use another web cling. Yeah. So that uses the one web cling before you hit the ground again. So yeah, shadow web cling is all right. Sometimes you can like dash under and shadow cling on like the opposite side. In some situations, if your opponent tries to jump in on you and they're deep enough, you can do a web cling and it'll end up going on the other side, pulling you out of the corner. But it's only in like certain situations. She also has her shadow. Here, give me some more meter.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So she also has her shadow. Recluse. It's grab invulnerable, upper body invincible.
It's fast too. It's hard to
really, extremely fast. I
even
don't
if you have like
remember
a
what it
certain
is
buttons,
on
like
startup.
certain buttons,
Yeah,
like
it's extremely fast.
still get stuffed by it.
Yeah.
It's weird. If you're close to it, like it will hit you no matter what. Like, it's pretty crazy.
It's really hard to. Sometimes you just have to make sure your meaties are on point, because if you don't have your meaties down, and I wake up with this, you're gonna get hit. I definitely recommend doing, if you are going to wake up with anything, to like check meaties, to wake up with Blade Demon.
I see what you're saying.
Because
It's safer on block, I guess.
yeah, you can always backdash after it if they block all 5 hits, and it's extremely fast and it goes under lows. It's better than being extremely negative and still in the corner. Alright. So we already went over the normals. We already went over the special moves. We already went over the shadow moves.
Wait,
air
well,
turret combos.
I think you forgot to mention that the Shadow Recluse does cash out in the air.
Oh yeah, the Shadow Recluse cashes out.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty decent damage now. You should not be that good. Yeah. So
I guess we could talk
yeah,
about
we
her
already
enders
covered
now.
all that. Oh yeah, her enders. Okay, so she adds her launcher ender, launches you in the air to continue. You can launch with the target combo after it. Oops. Launch with the target combo after it. Medium heavy kick. You can launch with Fang for the heavy.
Do a flip out.
It's allowed? Is that what you said?
I think you could do a flip out too.
No. And then, what else? You can do Light Recluse for the light, and then on the other side, you can hit them with Fang or whatever other options you have. After juggling them with Fang, the timing is very strict, so you're gonna have to lab it to figure it out. But you can hit your opponent with the majority of Sadira's normals. I think it's hard to like land like down heavy punch or Fang sometimes after a light kick because of how much startup they have.
I see.
All right. And you have her Recluse ender, which is a hard knockdown ender, which is really good for setups, so you can cross people up afterwards or stay on this either side. can cross them up, go for the salty side. Then go for like the web cling and stay on the same side, or do the cross up shit as well. And then you have her damage under.
This ender was new. They added this one.
Yeah.
Season 3, I think, right?
They had this one in season 3. Yeah. After a long time complaining about Sadira's damage.
It's not much more, but it still adds up.
Yeah. And they gave Sadira back her web damage because she never really used her. She didn't have any more damage in season 3.
I see.
With the webs.
Is that all her
Like,
enders?
nothing. Yeah. There's that one, and the web cling one. Yep.
Okay, so now I guess we could talk about her instinct. Her best trait.
Yep. Now we get to the good stuff. Alright. Just do heavies, I'll break the heavies. I knew it.
Bitch.
Alright. Real quick, before we get into that, let me just let you guys know. Sadira can... totally forgot about her combo trait. I always forget about it. So Sadira's combo trait is it allows her to cancel Fang out of her auto double. So you can do any auto double, hold forward, and heavy kick, and it will launch them. It adds a heavy into the KV meter, so it gives her a little bit more juggle potential, from what I've noticed. But after like lights, see that the KV.
That's pretty good still.
Yeah, it's still pretty good, but it's not as high. So you have to do a beefy normal in order to get more combos and more damage.
I see.
What else? In combos, you can also I'll kill you real quick.
All right.
In combos, you can also manual her light kick in order to get an opener button. I'll show that right now. Oops.
Cheap.
Yep.
He's jump canceling her
Yeah.
light
her
kick into a
normals.
button. It's hard.
Yeah. Another thing is she can also jump cancel her light kick into opener.
Speed like linkers, I guess.
Yeah, opener linkers. So. Oops. God, it's actually kind of hard on D-pad.
Oh yeah, you're not on your stick.
That was a heavy.
Yeah, hit once though.
Yeah. So they only hit once. That was a heavy. Oops. Oh, I messed it up. So yeah, outside of instinct, it'll only hit once, but in instinct, she'll do the loops.
I see.
Yes. Alright, so let's show off the instinct now. I haven't forgotten anything else. Alright. So, Sadira's instinct. She can jump cancel by holding up. She can jump cancel out of anything. On hit and on block, and she can also put a web down to keep your opponent in place.
Manually press the web by... How does she do that?
And she presses webs by pressing heavy punch and heavy kick. If you're on pad, a good way I do all of my Sadira combos is I use Sadira the right analog stick. I press up on the analog stick, because if I try to do like a heavy kick into a dagger and then put a web down, I have to press heavy kick and heavy punch again. So a good way to just combat that is to use the macro. So I can do web cling into heavy punch into
Jeez.
web without having to press like 4 buttons at once.
Smart.
Yeah.
But what's so good about her webs though?
Here. Glad you asked. So Sadira can put out her webs in gaps. Here. Let's go to the corner, and if you put me in a frame trap, well, here, get rid of that web. You can hit the webs. Oops. Do it again. See that?
Oh.
I'm still blocking, but I put a web down.
Like a free punish.
Yep, a free punish. Whatever gap. Okay. Yeah.
You can also do it like for combos too. Like oh yeah, he can hit them like he was saying. I can hit them.
Yeah, you can hit them.
Careful, though.
One thing is try to break this. Oh, here. We'll just end it. Just kill me. Another thing with this game is...
I'm afraid your past ends here.
Okay, no problem.
Alright. Alright, go for it.
Alright.
Alright. Alright, so the thing with Killer Instinct is whenever you're stuck in hit stun, if you like press a button or dash and your opponent reads it, or even taunt, and your opponent reads it as a button, and they press something, they'll lock out. So what I do is I'll do that and I'll taunt, and my opponent will think that I'm hitting them, and they'll lock out, and I'll go for extra damage.
Interesting.
56%, because you locked out on a taunt. So, yeah.
So off like some juggles that I require or some pressure, I'll try to block.
Okay.
Just adding
Oops.
webs, I can't escape. You gotta be careful.
Yeah. Oh.
Should have done an ender, I'm an idiot. I didn't think about it.
All right. The webs allow her to reset a lot
Yeah.
after hitting people.
Yeah.
Yeah. She can go for the instant air overhead, or she can go for the low. If your opponent's holding up, they'll get hit by the web. And if they're ducking, they get hit by the instant air overhead. If they're going low, if they're block high, they go for the low. What else is there?
Oh, she could do
Yeah,
it in the
so-
air too. I forgot to mention that. She can pop instinct in the air. She's one of the few characters in the game
Oh
that
yeah,
can do that.
Sadira is one of the few characters who can pop instinct in the air. She can also pop instinct after a flip out to see what her
Oh yeah,
opponent's
show
gonna
him.
do,
Yeah, you can show him
which
that
is
flip out.
extremely weird. Please kill me. Yeah. So sometimes I'll get hit by like Thunder's light kick, and then I'll pop instinct, and then I'll put a web down before I hit the ground after getting hit with the flip out. So you hit me, and I'm in advantage after my after I pop instinct, which is crazy.
Let me go ahead. Show him the air one.
Ah.
Like you could do like an unsafe move in the air, like a bounce even, and then like put a web out, pop instinct, and it's like go all over the place. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Check it there. Let's show him.
Here, give me shadow.
All right.
All right. So you can use Sadira's instinct to here block.
Okay.
You can use Sadira's instinct to get out of situations like this. You can jump out of there. You can put a web down to make yourself safe. While on instinct, you can put a web down. Oops. Oh, get rid of that web. There you go. Probably doesn't work in the corner, or it just depends on like how high the dagger hits.
I see.
But yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
Go
Interesting.
for it.
Oh my god! It didn't give you instinct.
Say it again.
I said it didn't give you instinct. Weird. All right. Anyway.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Let's see what else. Sadira can also jump cancel her Recluse into normals.
Jesus.
In the middle of the Recluse animation, you can hold up into any normal you want. Oh my god, I'm trash.
You suck, dude.
She can do it, I promise.
No, she can't. You didn't show me.
No, you can't. Impossible. Alright, let's try this again.
That's fucked up.
It's
hard.
Do on D-pad, yeah.
Where's your stick?
Man.
Where's your stick at?
Huh?
Your stick.
Oh, I don't play K on stick. Oh, it would be even worse.
Oh really? Then it's not hard to do on D-pad. You're just bad. No, I'm kidding.
I guess so.
Who would have thunk? Me. Bad.
Yeah, I'll show you guys this.
That is fucked up.
Aw, man.
Huh?
I fucked it up.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
I guess the next thing we could show off, since we showed off everything else, is some swag. I guess if you have some.
Okay. Let's see what swag I can show off.
Give you some resources.
I mean, the swag that I have with Sadira is mainly just being able to mix you up and reset you 12 times in instinct. Just try to block.
Okay. Oh shit, I'm a human. Oh fuck. Uh-oh. Oh. That's fucked up.
Man.
I'm just human. I said I'm human.
Just human. Yeah. I just have to not mess up.
It feels a lot longer than, I think watching it doesn't feel so bad, but when you're playing against it, it feels a lot longer than what it looks
Oh my
like.
God, this is like 12 minutes of just high low.
Man, what do I do?
Into the flip out, into the tiger knee dagger.
Nice.
Yeah, the tiger knee dagger is a good way to just lock your opponent down. Because after a heavy kick, most people would probably try to do like a normal or something like that. But if you do a heavy kick into a tiger knee dagger, it's going to be very hard for them DP because they have to time it. They can't press a button. They can't shadow counter because I'll be safe and they'll just fly in the other direction because I'm jumping over them. I think the best option for you to do after like if you block this on wake up, and after the dagger hits, dash forward. All
Okay,
right?
so wait, block. All right.
Yeah, you block the dagger and then dash forward.
All right. Oops.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
it didn't hit me.
You get hit by the sweep, yeah.
Jesus, it's hard to react to.
Here, get health back.
Oh yeah. No worries. Not problem. Shago, everyone.
Not problem.
Yeah, Jago heals up for fireballs or whatever they heal by reason instant.
Alright.
Anyway. Oh my god, I'm a human.
See? And you can probably dash out and then do a shadow.
I
You
see.
can like dash out and then do a shadow in my direction. Catch me before I land. Yeah, what else is there? Jesus. That scream. Yeah. For Sadira, I think the main things that you would need to do is make sure you understand how to use the Tiger Knee and learn how to do Sadira's dagger as low to the ground as possible, because this is a very crucial part of her mix-ups, because this button locks your opponent down after like flip outs. Your opponent can't do anything after that.
Yeah.
Unless they have a DP or if they have a projectile invincible shadow move that's fast enough. Because I can do the medium dagger and then do Widow's Drop immediately after. And you're not moving. But if you master this Tiger Knee, you do that, and you combine it with the Web Cling, the Salt Aside, and you go back in, add it, and then you go low, or if you see that they're blocking too much, you grab them.
So what kind of character is Sadira, like, for people like who are new to the game? Okay.
Sadira's a hit and run zoner, because being able to jump around and control the air. I don't think
A lot of characters don't have answers for that shit.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of characters have answers for it, because being able to jump that high, being able to stand like right here. If I do this, I'm out.
Jesus.
Like I'm getting out of there. I'm covering my air options while you're on the ground. I can do that. Then I can jump out. I can pogo you. And if I feel like you've gotten tired of it, right? I can web cling out and then come back in with a dagger.
Yeah, like I'll do something crazy. I'm like mad now. I'm like, oh my god, like get off me.
Then you're in a situation.
Let's see. Okay. Cool.
Into low.
All right. That's sick. What about like I guess what would you kind of like place her in tier list? I guess it doesn't really matter at this point because this game is like everyone's pretty strong. But in your opinion, like what do you think about her? Like,
I still think that Sadira is probably the lowest in the game. Yes, she has all of her options, but the thing is that once you get her on the ground, and once you learn how to like move out of the way and let her kill herself because of because of how much recovery this has. Just back up. Let me show off this. How much this has. Like, all of these things have recovery, and if you learn how to exploit her gaps, like after those daggers hit, there are ways to deal with it. Sometimes you can shadow counter some things. Some things you can backdash or forward dash out of. Like, people let me do this and web cling, and yeah, people don't try to air me. They just try to stay on the ground and do stuff. But a lot of characters have options. I feel like as the game went on, Killer Instinct kind of moved more to the air and kind of, I don't know how do I explain it.
It's not about the ground anymore because back then,
Yeah,
those seasons like juggles were unbreakable, but you couldn't cash them out like that, and also like you couldn't recapture, and they didn't do a lot of damage, and they didn't do a lot of lift off either. So you pretty much now in this
yeah.
game,
Now,
now in season 3, they added recapturing and flip
mhm.
outs and air
Now that all these
juggles,
characters are in the
air
air,
cash outs.
they're yeah. All these new characters come out and they need answers for the
Sadira now,
characters who have already
because
been dominating the air.
yeah, because Sadira used
And
to be the only character in the game at one point that did like juggles in the air.
yeah, that was her combo trait. And then for the longest, she didn't have a combo trait because it was juggles. And then
Everyone
everybody
got
got
juggles.
juggles.
Yeah.
So Sadira, which is another reason why I feel like Sadira was the lowest of the low for so long. She didn't have a combo trait for like the longest. She didn't have a flip out for the longest, and she was getting anti-aired by characters like Cinder, uh, getting slapped out of the air by like Riptor's tail,
Rash.
Rash. You got Gargos, who has his heavy kick, which is a beam that reaches the high heavens that blows up Sadira's mix-ups. I just feel like there are so many characters who have better options, and the only way to, in my opinion, one of the only ways to be this good with Sadira is to have played her for a very long time. Because there are just some things that I don't know. I feel like I'm just really good at because I've been in those
Labbed everything. You
terrible
delve in it.
situations.
Yeah. See, like it's kind of like how like my character is, right? Like
Mm,
he's not considered top tier, but a lot of people have a hard time dealing with him
exactly.
because like I found a lot of the stuff that made him cheap or like that
Mm,
was hard to deal with. And same thing
mm,
with Damien's character, Sadira. Like he found a lot of the tech, KDD, found a
mm.
lot of tech. But
It's like,
there's a lot of people, like even Saplums has some shit too. Like they all
oh
had to
yeah,
gel. Everyone had to pretty much band together to make this character strong. Whereas other characters were just strong by, oh Jago strong. You don't need. There's nobody really sharing tech about Jago. He's just straightforward. Whereas Sadira,
yeah,
you have to play like a fucking kind of like a maniac in a way to make her feel like a viable sometimes to some
yeah. You
extent.
gotta, you gotta
You got to think outside the
take,
box, take
yeah,
a
you
lot of
gotta
risk.
Yeah, you got to think outside of the box. You got to think of like, okay, if my is my opponent getting hit by this? Can they block these double overheads? Are they teching my grabs? Are they anti-airing me after they block a medium dagger? Do I have to worry about that? Because if they don't know that that gap exists, then it opens up more options for me because they just don't have that matchup experience. And me being, you can watch my streams and stuff and see that people just stand there. They don't do anything. They try to press
They're scared.
buttons.
They don't know what to
Yeah,
do.
they
They don't
just
know
get
what the answer is.
scared.
Yeah.
They don't trust their defense enough, and they just start pressing shit, and then they get frustrated
Like with my
and end up
character,
getting
I
mixed
just
up.
roll. If I'm getting pressured a lot, I'm rolling out. I'm like, all right,
Yep.
see you later, because it's high invincible and it goes over projectiles and it clears a big gap. So she has to like reset her offense after that.
Yeah.
But that's just one example. But anyway,
Sadira is just like,
uh,
it's like genetics. Somebody has really good genetics. They're gonna go out and go, if they wanted to do sports. They have really good genetics. They're fucking buff. They're gonna do really well. But you can go to the gym and then get really good
yeah, just
and
like yeah,
compete with them as well. You just have to put that time in. Some people are gonna have an easier time out on the streets than you. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And that's basically what Sadira was. I just grinded her out because I liked her so much in this game, and I like being able to throw webs down and cross you up on jump and cross you up on one side, kick you, and
Piss you
then web
off.
cling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
frustrate
bounce
you.
back up, web cling, and hit you on the other side,
Yeah.
or go low, hit you on your toes, or grab you. And people just get frustrated because they're like, what are they going to do next? And then they try to grab, and then I'm jumping, and I'm in the air. They have this whole game plan where they're on the ground. They're like, okay, they're going to stay here, and I just exploit that. And then they try to anti-air me, and I exploit that too. But some characters just have too many good options, or whenever they do slap me out of the air, they just keep me on the ground, Like Rom, for example, if he slaps me out of the air, then I am in trouble. I'm gonna take a shit ton of damage, and is very slim chance I'm gonna get out of that situation being in the corner, because Sadira just can't really get out.
She
Like,
kind of has to hold that shit.
yeah, she kind of does. I can risk getting using like shadow counters. I can risk using my shadow web cling, but the thing is, whenever you're in the corner and you do shadow web cling, you're invincible for a split second, and you're bouncing into the corner, and you're gonna be right in your opponent's face again. They can hit you with anything.
Yeah.
So
So at the end of the day, pretty much she is a character you have to put a lot of work into, but if you do take the time to put the work into her, you get rewarded with a lot of fun gameplay, sick
mhm.
mix-ups, and she still has a lot more to find. Like I'm sure Damien hasn't found everything. I'm sure there are things he has done and he's forgotten about, but
Yeah,
there's just so much that you can do.
definitely stuff I could have explored on. That's a good way I got better with her as well. You look back at your old clips and the tech,
You remind yourself.
and yeah, you're like,
Happens to
oh,
me
I
too.
could do that.
I
Yep.
forgot about that. Like happens to me too. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Then you go
anyway,
and
guys.
upgrade it. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You upgrade what you've learned and what you forgot, and you put it all together, and you
Mhm.
make the ultimate mix-up monster, pretty much.
Yep, yep.
Anyway, where can the people find you, Damien, for some Sadira gameplay?
If you guys want to find me, I have a website where I have everything. It's Kalypso.tv. You guys can find my Twitter and just everything on there. You guys want to see Kalypso? That is where I'll be.
Yep.
Kalypso.tv.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching this breakdown. I'm thinking we should play some Titanfall. I don't know about you.
I gotta go take care of some family stuff real quick.
Oh,
I'll be
okay.
back
All right. Well,
afterwards.
guys, anybody who has any questions, feel free to hit him up and hit me up on Twitter. I'm gonna
Yep.
turn the stream off and turn it back on and play some Titanfall.
All right.
All right.
I'll be back.